this is how I dry all my herbs. I have some rose petals here that are halfway dry. I just put them in a wicker basket and put them by an open window in the sunshine. And I have some rose petals here that have already dried. So when they're finished, I'll put them in a brown paper bag. So I'm going to go out in the garden now and gather up some more herbs to go in the window. Oh, wait, now I'm going to show you something else. Here's some mint that I've dried. I just got it laid there until I can, what I'm going to do is pick all the leaves off the stems, and if I want to grind it, I'll put them in a coffee grinder and grind up the herbs. I have some sage leaves here that I put in a baggie. Okay, so I have a big basket here, and I have to get my, just a pair of Fisker's little multi-purpose cutting tool. What I have here is oregano, which I'm after doing a lot of this, because I love oregano. So I'm not going to do any of this right now. I've already, oh, that's shady. I've already gathered some parsley this morning and some sage leaves. I'm going to get a few more. So here's the sage. I don't actually use the snips for the sage. I just pinch them off. I'm going to try putting the sage in between some wire rack, so it won't curl up so much. But just pick nice, good leaves. Just pinch them off. And there's some have a bit of brown on them. I just avoid those ones. So I might grind some of this up into my homemade toothpaste, because sage is really good for your teeth when it dries out. What's in there? I think we have a squirrel this morning. Let's see. Oh, there you are. Probably talking to my chicken who's out in our tractor this morning. Hi, Black. Hi, Black. Okay, so I'm going to go and get a little bit more parsley. We had a terrible year this year for slugs. They ate up a lot of stuff. So I got the parsley here. I like to cut that because the stems are... I'll just take the stem and cut it. And this parsley, actually I just watered, so it's probably not great to pick this one. Go get one out front. So that's all I do, is I fill a basket with all different types of herbs. And I can just leave it out here today because it's sunny and warm to dry. It probably takes maybe 4 days to dry, and it's quite green. So this is August, and I'll show you what's going on here in the greenhouse. Oops, I always turn the camera sideways. I got a lot of white chive seeds. If anybody wants any, I can gather up some seeds. Look, all the heads are nice and filled up with seeds for my white chives. I love this ginger mint. This is really nice for making tea. Adding it to green tea is really nice. This is the first year for my Chinese lanterns, and they're in flowers. That's nice. And as you can see, my peppers were pretty much destroyed. But I do have some tomatoes. I got a good few tomatoes in here. They're still quite green. And I just grew a grapevine, and I don't know how to trim it, so I just got some advice from a friend, and this thing has gone crazy. So I'm gonna have to be really tough with this thing and cut it back a lot. Sort of choking out the greenhouse. This is an ornamental sage. I have mallow growing everywhere. If anyone needs any mallow seeds, let me know. This heirloom mallow, I found some seeds on an old homestead, and it's reseeding everywhere in my garden. Now, this is my little backyard garden. And a friend on the internet, Robin, sent me a little root of a tayberry a couple of years back, and this is the first year that it's gone to flower. I'm surprised it actually survived, but it's gone to flower. I'm hoping to get some fruit. This is a Josta berry. It's a cross between a blackcurrant and a gooseberry bush. And I'm lucky if I get a few berries because the birds come back and ravish it. I gotta get some netting next year. So this is a Josta. They taste more like a currant. They're sort of like a large currant. Not quite ripe. I have some white currants here, but they never produced this year because I just transplanted them. This is my Egyptian tree onions. They have a pearl onion that grows on the top of them. And they grow sort of like leek. And they're really easy to grow. And I have a ton of chocolate mint. This stuff is almost a height of me. It's really nice. Again, my husband picks it every morning for tea. And I like just picking some of it off and putting it in the chicken coop, and I crush it, and it makes the coop smell nice. Gooseberries, same thing. I transplanted them, so they didn't produce anything this year. So these are my veggies. I had some parsnip seed from, I stored the seed from my mom's parsnips about 12 years ago. And I tried planting them. And they actually, every single seed came. And as you can see, there's a nice little parsnips growing down there. And I got potatoes, and beets are doing good. Some nice sized beets in here. Got 2 rows of beets. This lettuce bolted, but it still tastes really good. So we're still picking from this like lettuce tree. And another row of beets. And as you can see, the slugs ate holes in a lot of things, but doesn't seem to like the radicchio. And here we got a slug eating my cauliflower. That's nice. Anyway, this is the first year I've grown cauliflower, and they're not doing well. Anything brassica or cruciferous. Anyway, slugs just love it. So they might eat the turnip tops, but at least I got some turnips coming. So we're growing some rutabaga. We call them turnip here. And my raspberries. I actually moved all these. These just came back again from some roots that were accidentally left. Covered in cobwebs here. So they're still not turned yet. We have one here that's turned. Almost, not quite. So I'm expecting a good few raspberries this year. With lots and lots and lots of green ones. So that's my backyard garden and how to dry some herbs. And we also have lots of wild, people here call them like cracker jacks, creeping dog wood. They're really high in pectin and they're edible. They just don't taste like anything really. They're seedy and they don't have much taste, but the chickens like them. I don't know if Black will want some this morning because she's digging holes there. Black's been sick. Black is really old. Want some Black? I'll throw them down for you. So that's it. It's August. We haven't had a great harvest this year, but it's finally warmed up, so we're hoping to get a few things. At least there's lots of herbs. I actually have a good few peas here. So on this small little plant that was stunted earlier in the year from the, it was tough. It was stunted earlier in the year from slugs biting on it. So I think I might harvest a few of those peas there now and some more of my herbs. A basket full of herbs in the sunshine. Thanks for watching.